Star Wars Unlimited is a brand new trading card game that just released March 8th. Here at Yeti Gaming, we are super excited about this game and all the cool accessories that come along with it. However, today we're going to take you through a learn to play demo so you know everything you need to know before you sit down and try to play a game of Star Wars Unlimited. Let's get into it. So first things first, there are 5 different types of cards in Star Wars Unlimited. There are leaders, bases, units, events, and upgrades. Each player will start with a leader and base in play at the start of the game. Every base has a starting HP in the top left corner of the card. This base has 30 HP. The goal of the game is to deal damage to your opponent's base equal to or greater than their base's HP. Each leader is two-sided and may have abilities or actions that you can use. Each leader also has an epic action, which is a once per game action that'll let you turn your leader over to the unit side and deploy it into the ground arena. What's the ground arena? The battlefield is divided into 2 zones, space and ground. Units will come into play exhausted in the arena listed at the top of their card. When ready, ground units can choose to attack other ground units or your opponent's base. Space units can attack other space units or your opponent's base. But ground units cannot attack space units, and space units cannot attack ground units. Units can attack other units whether they are ready or exhausted. When units attack, the number in red is the damage that unit would deal. The number in blue is how much health that unit has. When a unit attacks another unit, they deal their damage at the same time to each other, and damage will persist turn to turn. If a unit ever has damage on it greater than or equal to its health, that unit is immediately defeated and goes to the discard pile. Each card has a cost in the top left corner. You pay the cost by exhausting resources in your resource row equal to the number listed. In addition, other cards in your deck might include events and upgrades. To play an event, you would pay the cost by exhausting cards in your resource row, put the card in your discard pile, and then do what the event says. Upgrades get attached to units and provide some benefit or detriment to the attached unit. If the attached unit would be defeated or leave play, the upgrades go to the discard pile. First, randomly decide who will start with the initiative. Then each player will draw 6 cards from their deck. There is one optional mulligan where you'll send all the cards back to your deck, shuffle, and redraw 6 cards. After players have decided whether to mulligan or not, each player will choose 2 cards from their hand and place them face down into the resource row. If you've played other trading card games before, everything we've gone over so far should feel pretty familiar. However, one thing unique about Star Wars Unlimited is the way that turns happen. Rather than having a separate turn for each player, players of Star Wars Unlimited take turns doing one action. One player does one thing, then the opponent does one thing, and they do this back and forth until both players say pass. Types of actions a player may take include playing a card, attacking with a unit, using an action ability on a card, passing, and taking the initiative. The initiative token determines who takes the first action on each turn. That player who claims the initiative will do no more actions the rest of this turn, but they get to go first on the next turn. Only one player can claim the initiative each round, and you can claim the initiative even if you already started the turn with the initiative token. Taking the initiative is one of the most important things in the Star Wars Unlimited trading card game. At the end of the turn, after both players have passed, each player draws 2 cards from their deck. Then they may choose and play up to 1 card to their resource row. Then players ready all resources and units, and a new turn begins with the initiative player taking the first action. So now that you know how to play the game, let's talk about what you need to know to build a deck of your own. Each deck consists of a base and a leader, which provide 3 aspects. Aspects are what give cards their unique flavor. Each one focuses on a style of play. There are 6 different aspects. Vigilance. This aspect is focused on taking defensive actions. You'll find lots of ways in this aspect of keeping your base healthy for the course of the game. Command. This aspect seeks to gain advantage through resource management and putting out giant units. Aggression. This aspect is aptly named as it focuses on cards that output lots of damage. Cunning. This is the aspect associated with scoundrels and the underworld. Cards in this aspect usually revolve around sneaky actions that give you the upper hand against your opponent. The last 2 aspects, villainy and heroism, represent the 2 sides of the force. Your main deck will have at least 50 cards in it. You can include cards of any aspect, but if you don't have that aspect represented on your base or your leader, you'll have to pay what's called an aspect penalty. For example, aggression requires 2 aggression aspects, but my base and leader here only provide me with 1, so that means that aggression would cost me 6 resources to play instead of 4. So there you have it, everything you need to know to play the new Star Wars Unlimited trading card game. We hope you found this video helpful, and would love to see you at this shop every week for weekly play. Be sure to check out the other videos on this channel for pack openings, product reviews, and deck techs. Thanks for watching, and stay frosty, Yetis.